This is hurting my hand.
Switch hands.
Ah.
Hi again, welcome back. So today we're going to be trying a vintage recipe, and I couldn't think of anybody better to join me because he likes weird foods. This is my brother. And today we're going to be doing Spam cupcakes with a spiced cream cheese frosting. It'll be really interesting. So we got everything laid out here, and we're gonna get started.
Hold on. Spam?
Spam. So it's got spam, it's got some pineapple in it, so it's got that Hawaiian feel going on.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Why are you like this?
Why are you like this? You're the one who likes weird foods.
Okay, so Spam cupcakes. Tell me about where you found this recipe.
So this is a vintage recipe. This is a 50s recipe that I found online. I'll link it down below. What I wanted to do was find a recipe that didn't have Jell-O or mayonnaise in it, which a lot of those vintage recipes did. I don't know if that's when they were invented or what, but
yeah, they had like some weird shit back then, didn't they? Okay, so I see Spam. I see what I'm gonna assume is what, pineapple juice?
Yeah, so this is pineapple juice. This is, we got some molasses here. I went ahead and put the cake flour, some brown sugar, the baking powder, and baking soda already in here, so we could just mix all that together.
Okay, sour cream.
It also calls for sour cream, butter, and eggs, and that's basically it.
Okay.
So while I'm mixing these together, do you want to line those with
Sure.
baking papers?
Sure. I love doing this. My favorite thing. Have you tried any other vintage recipes?
No, you know, like I said, a lot of them have mayonnaise and gelatin in them, or like tuna and gelatin, and it's just they just kind of gross me out. So this was the only one, while still sounding disgusting, was the only one that didn't sound horrifying. So.
Yeah, I mean, it makes you wonder what was going on in their lives back then that they just sat around and thought, yeah, let's put like lime Jell-O and ham in the same dish. So hopefully this is more tasty than that.
We'll see.
It better be. Oh, okay, can I just say that smells, it smells good, but it smells...
But it's also mixing with the Spam, like the smell of the Spam, so it kind of smells like weird, sweet cat food.
That's exactly what it smells like. Weird, sweet cat food.
Yeah, it's a little odd.
Mm.
But the reason I didn't think this one sounded too bad is because we put pineapple and ham on pizza.
That's true, and Spam is essentially like ham in a can, like really like briny processed ham in a can. There's nothing really offensive about Spam.
Spiced ham.
Is that what it stands for?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know that. See? Come on, Wikipedia.
Okay, so now I have to beat this, and since it's going to be nice and noisy, the recipe calls for a thin layer of the Spam to be put in the cupcake liners.
God,
so if
really?
you want to do that, just
Hold on, a thin layer.
Scoop some out, I guess. It doesn't necessarily say what a thin layer means. I don't know. It calls for 3 cups of Spam. So if you...
Does it? Oh, it does. It is like kind of a pate where...
It's kind of perfect.
Oh, you know what? Oh God, see, that really looks like cat food.
Meow, 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 meow. Yeah, so now I'm gonna go ahead and add in the butter and beat this until it's combined, and then I'm gonna add the eggs.
So after you've added that butter, it smells, actually, you know what? It smells like the beginnings of a pumpkin pie.
Yeah, it does. It's very, the molasses is a strong smell. So it's very holiday-like.
It's about to not be.
No.
We're about to ruin your holiday.
Actually, I mean, they do eat ham.
Who's they? Who's this they you're talking about?
Well, a lot of families, our family doesn't, but a lot of families eat ham at Christmas and
oh, well, that's
Thanksgiving.
True. That is true. How did I do here?
Perfect.
Yeah?
I don't know how exactly this calls for 3 cups of ham or Spam. Same difference. Because you used maybe a third of a cup.
You know, in certain circles, this would actually be really fancy. Like you put an olive next to it and like a little sprig of rosemary. I feel like you could serve
under it.
Yeah, you could serve and a drizzle of balsamic. You could serve this at your next fancy party. So you can stop right here if that's all you needed.
Don't invite me. The rest we're gonna do by hand, and that's gonna be adding the pineapple juice and the sour cream.
Okay.
So if you want to go ahead and pour that pineapple juice in there.
Pour it in?
Pour it in, all of it. Now I use crushed pineapple, so there's actually a little bit of chunks in there, which I think
this is from a can.
It's from a can.
So this is, okay, so this isn't like a breakfast
No.
carton of pineapple juice. This is actual juice from the can.
Correct.
It's going in. Okay, that was more splashy than I
very splashy.
wanted it to be.
That's okay. So we're also going to use 1/3 of a cup of sour cream. I'm not going to measure. Just going to kind of eyeball it.
This is where it's gonna. This is where it goes downhill.
Well,
everything you put in so far it makes sense. The sour
cream just adds a little bit of tang and a little bit of moisture.
It probably bridges the savory flavor of the Spam with the sweetness of the molasses and brown sugar that you've put in. Is that a fair statement?
Sure. There's a lot of cake recipes call for sour cream because it keeps it moist. It keeps it from drying out.
Could you use something like yogurt, like Greek yogurt?
You could absolutely use Greek yogurt. I don't know about this recipe. I just know from
Yeah, this is
other baking experiences.
You have not tried this before, right?
No, this is a brand new recipe that I have found.
Well, it's a brand new vintage recipe. Someone's tried this before, obviously. Better Homes and Gardens.
Actually, I say this is a vintage recipe. The blog that I found where I found this recipe says it's from the 50s, but they didn't say where it originated. So, like I said, I'll link that down below, but
the internet's a playground.
Who knows? She could have made it up for all I know. Okay, so for sake of convenience, I'm just going to use a measuring cup and just pour this, or scoop this over.
Ooh, it's jiggly.
It's a thick batter. It's not a thin batter, that's for sure. I'm not going to fill it up all the way because I don't know how much it's going to rise.
Is that thick with 2 C's?
Okay, so if you want to get another scoop and put a piece of Spam, excuse me, on top of that.
I'm really good at scooping Spam, I've discovered. The talent here. God, this looks so weird.
It looks pretty vile, and it looks like if we had a bunch of cats around here, we're making them birthday cupcakes.
That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
Come on, cat birthday party.
So now these go in the oven until
tastefully offensive.
Golden brown. So while those are baking, we're gonna go ahead and make the frosting now. Now this is a spiced cream cheese frosting. It's basically just your standard cream cheese frosting with some spices.
Just your standard Spam topping.
No. Cream cheese frosting. This would be great over any kind of cupcake. So if nothing else comes out of this, a good frosting recipe.
Great over any cupcake that doesn't contain meat.
Yes. So if you want to go ahead and put the butter in the bowl, out of the package, please. Thank you. And 8 ounces of cream cheese. Make sure it's softened. Otherwise, you're just gonna have a literal nightmare. It's gonna be not fun mixing it.
I've had literal nightmares before. Most of them in this kitchen.
That's why you're never in here.
I'm not a good cook.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is just beat this, if you wanna beat it.
Yes, ma'am.
Beat it until it's all combined, a whole bowl. And while you're doing that, I'm gonna start adding about 2 cups of sugar, powdered sugar, in there. Now, forewarning, it could get a little dusty.
Oh, I'm still going.
You're still going.
Okay. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit just so that it doesn't get...
Okay, so now we're gonna add some cloves, some allspice, and some nutmeg. So we're gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon.
It's such a tiny little
This is an
amount.
So we're gonna add 2.
2/8 does make a 1/4.
Correct. And then we're gonna add
Math.
1/2 teaspoon, what is this, allspice. So 4 of these. 1,
2,
3.
Oh.
Tootsie Pop.
Oh.
Oh, that's a 2. Not a 3. Whatever.
No,
anyway.
it was a failed pop culture reference is what that was.
Whatever. Dating myself. Okay, so there's another 1/2 teaspoon of nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
2, 3, and 4. All right, you want to beat that in?
Looks like we just
Put some dirt in there.
put some dirt in there.
Okay, try it now. Tell me what you think with the spices. Can you taste the spices? Is it good?
It's very good. It's very good. Are you sure we want to put Spam on this?
Well, we're not putting Spam on this.
We're putting this on Spam.
Well, actually, to be fair, the recipe does call for candied Spam to be put on top of it, but we're not going that far. That's a lot of...
Candied Spam. Tell me more.
I didn't read that part. It just said candied Spam. That wasn't part of the recipe. It just said topped with candied Spam. Now I would assume that means some kind of baking or boiling little chunks of spam and sugar and brown sugar to candy it, but...
Oh, they don't actually like sell candied spam?
No. You have to make it yourself, but...
You said they had flavors.
Ain't nobody got time for that, which may be why it calls for 3 cups. But...
Listen, I feel like we're doing this recipe proud enough. So what's next?
So now we just wait for the cupcakes to finish. We gotta let them cool so we can top them, and then we'll be done. Okay, so our cupcakes have come out and they are still kind of warm, but we're gonna go ahead and frost them. They actually look pretty tasty. They kind of look just like a spice cake.
They're really even. They're moist, and I'm impressed at how much they rose from what you put in there.
Well,
like
that's,
yeah, well,
between the cake flour, the baking soda, and the baking powder, and the eggs.
The magic of baking.
Science.
Yep. Okay. So I guess we just...
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, you want to scoop it on there?
Yes, I do.
No, it's still kind of warm. Might melt the frosting a little, but
That's okay.
Gooey frosting is good frosting.
Just put a little dollop on top. Dollop again. Now remember, there's spam in that.
Yeah, so the spam during the baking process, it kind of ate the spam.
It
so
absorbed.
we're not sure where the spam is.
That's the surprise.
We don't know if it's sunk down to the bottom or what.
Yeah? Is that it? Is this it?
That's it. Now, like I said, it calls for candied spam, but we're not going to go that far because ain't nobody got time for all that. So
there's already too much spam.
So the OCD in me wants to...
Oh, really? I liked the dollop effect.
Okay, well, I'll leave your dollop.
Thank you. Actually, no, do that, because I don't want to bite too far into it to get the frosting. Ready?
So, well, these do have wrappers in them, so let's see how...
You can't eat the wrapper?
I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but...
Ooh, now see, let's remember that there was spam on the bottom, which has...
It's still there.
I mean, it's definitely still there, but it is like, it's cooked. Oh. It's cooked a little bit now, so it looks like an edible meat and not like fresh brains. So that's good.
Okay, I'm gonna take just a little, make sure you get some spam in it.
Get your spam.
Oh, gush. Oh, gosh.
Oh, gush. No, gush was right.
Did you get spam in yours?
Oh, yes, ma'am. See the spam? It's a nice marbled spam effect.
Oh, I smell it.
Yeah, okay. Cheers. Okay. You know what?
It kind of tastes like Christmas dinner.
I'm not gonna lie. It's like when you have a plate of ham and then there's like sweet potatoes next to it.
That's exactly what I was thinking. Sweet potatoes next to it, and you kind of just get some of it on there.
Now, I will also say that I don't know if I could eat a whole one of those.
No, it's not bad. It's totally edible, though.
Yeah, I will be swallowing this bite.
I already did.
I won't be having another.
No. But we'll have plenty to share. So, I think the frosting... I'm going to try it without the frosting.
Makes it too sweet?
Yeah, because it makes it like you said, it's like candied yams.
I'm going to try that as well. Can you imagine having put candied spam on top?
It's a very crumbly cake, which is the base cake, base cake, whatever, is a good recipe. So without the spam, I don't taste the pineapple though.
Oh yeah, I forgot there was pineapple in there. It's probably doing more than you think it is, but I will say it's better without the frosting, or it's less of a battle of flavors in your mouth. It's more of a pleasant kind of novelty.
I feel like I like it better with the icing though.
You do?
Maybe not as much icing. We didn't put much on there, but not as much. But I like the sweetness that it gives. The spice.
Yeah.
But hey, not bad.
I'm glad we have evolved as a society to where we don't have to make this kind of stuff, but there it is.
There it is. So like I said, I'll link the recipe below if you want to try it yourself. And thanks for coming back and watching this.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining me, and thanks for actually trying it and not being a wimp about it.
I'm not a wimp.
I know. Like I said, you're the perfect person because you like weird foods.
I do like weird foods.
Surprised you didn't smell everything.
Oh, I did. You just weren't looking.
Oh. Well, anyway, so if you want us to do more recipes, let us know. More vintage recipes. Like I said, a lot of them have Jell-O and mayonnaise in it, but hey, if that's your jam, you let me know. And we'll see you later. Bye. Hey guys, so I just want to let you know that I'm actually editing this video right now, and a couple things I wanted to mention is later on that evening after we made the cupcakes, we had some friends come over. Everybody tried them, and actually everybody enjoyed them. Everybody thought they were pretty good. Now, it's not going to be everybody's favorite, and they're not going to request it, you know, on their birthday or whatever, but they were good. They were edible. Sorry, I have a cold. Also, we had some leftover batter after that, so instead of adding more ham and making more of those, I ended up putting about 1/3 of a cup or so of the crushed pineapple that we had from the can into the batter, mixing that in, no spam, and baking those, and then putting the cream cheese frosting on top. And those came out excellent. Those were so good, and those were, like I said, one of the best cake recipes I've ever had. So, like I said, the link is in the description below, so I definitely want to let you guys know that you have variety. You don't have to put the spam in there, and they were edible. People liked them, so if you want to surprise your family at a holiday, then that's one way to do it.